This is my most personal video yet. I just don't know if I can do this. I've been reading PRO, Portable Restroom Operator, for the last 3 years. This is what I've learned. When I moved into my house 3 years ago, the previous owner had a subscription to Pumper, the magazine dedicated to the liquid waste industry. Kept this one sealed, better for the resale value. I went to the parent company's website to renew the subscription. And when I clicked to renew the subscription, I saw municipal sewer and water and a magazine all about sewer cleaning. But my heart was truly captured by PRO. It gets sent to me every single month, and it's a highlight. And I have learned a few big lessons in reading this thing. There's always a cover story that promotes a small business of portable restroom operators. This time, it's some people in Detroit who specialize in really high-end portable toilets that you might see at a wedding or another outdoor venue. But I've learned way more than just the particulars of every issue.
And would you say you've even made some friends?
I guess we should introduce you to the folks out there.
Oh, come on, little old me.
Since March of 2020, I started seeing this little guy around more and more.
And just like so many things in 2020, I'm here to stay.
Let's do this. Lesson number 1, gear matters. I live in a creative landscape where it is trendy to fixate only on storytelling. People say, the gear, it doesn't matter.
Gear doesn't matter.
There's a lot of truth in this, but look through editions of PRO and you'll find lots of ads for vacuum pumps and a lot of interest in trucks. I came to think of porta potties not as potties anymore, but the way that portable restroom operators do, as sort of these business boxes. Yet even here, technology can provide a competitive advantage.
That is so true, Big Phil. Whether they're business owners or content miners like you.
Content miners, that's a little insulting.
You're out there creating content and I'm out there storing content. We basically have the same job.
Okay, so anyway, I learned that every industry has its own amazing camera or microphone or hot new thing that people can fixate on. And sometimes it's a problem, but sometimes it really makes a difference. Lesson number 2, every job is a customer service job. Let's go back to those business boxes. The people who run restrooms are obsessed with customer service because even though they want to have the right gear, they know that basically they have a commodity business, and customer service is what makes the difference. Look at this quote from one owner. "We want to be the only number a customer has to call when setting up a new job," Drennan says. "If we don't have something, we'll third-party it." This guy will buy ice for his customers from like 7-Eleven just to keep them happy. And that is a big deal. Oh, whoa.
That totally makes sense to me.
I haven't seen you before.
He's like one of the biggest porta potties in the world right now.
It's great to meet you.
We've met. We used to work at the same job site.
No, totally. I remember that. Just anyway, don't let me interrupt you. Your point seemed really interesting.
Anyway, I was gonna say that we're all kind of becoming like business boxes now. We're all kind of becoming commodities thanks to globalization and technology. Replaceable unless we differentiate and really serve the customer. Is that, I feel like I'm being pretentious.
No, I for one think it's a really cool point.
No, sorry, I just wanna know what he thinks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to answer this email. I guess I got the job as a porta potty at SpaceX. It's kind of cool.
I think you stand out.
Oh, really? Like, how?
Glasses?
Yeah, I'm unique. Check this out. This article is from a previous edition of PRO. It's all about how Mike Drennan helped provide power to a trailer park during a big power outage in February of this year. When I started reading PRO, gonna be honest, the only thing I knew about porta potties was that they like to use weird puns a lot of the time. But now I know that they are these small businesses that are dedicated to serving their customers, their employees, and their communities in order to keep going. I am sure they joke about the weirdness of their job when they're not being profiled in a magazine. But here's the thing, no matter what your job is, work becomes work after a while. It's the relationships that make the difference.
At the end of the day, it's about what you learn, the truth of what you create, and the relationship that you build.
Yeah.
That's success, not going to space or hanging out with George Clooney.
You got to serve George Clooney?
Oh, no. This is just purely social. I love Lake Como.
I live next to a puddle.
And success, it'll eventually come. If you just have those things you talked about, a unique advantage and a focus on what people really want.
Videos about porta potties. Yeah.
I know that you'll succeed.
He's gone.
Do you think he's right, Big Phil?
I don't know, but if he's not, my life is going down the toilet.